A very long flight, but I'm herein, supporting and advocating for Jewish people, and for Israel jetting off to Paris for a manicure. Imagine this. You wake up in a $50 million penthouse, overlooking the city skyline. Your closet is worth more than an entire luxury resort, and your last name alone opens doors that even money can't buy. Welcome to Ivanka Trump's reality. With a world of power, privilege, and designer, everything is just another Tuesday. It's the kind of life most only dream of. Or maybe envy is a better word. But here's the catch. Behind the glowering Instagram posts, the flawless family photos, and the perfectly curated life, there's a story that's far darker and juicier than anything TMZ would dare to publish. This isn't just about luxury. Oh no, this is about secrets so shocking they could fuel a whole season of Netflix's most binge-worthy drama series. We're talking catfights with ALA celebrities, shocking splurges on the most outrageous luxuries you can imagine, and yes, the kind of family feuds that could easily rival any Real Housewives reunion. But what's the truth behind Ivanka's to perfect life? What does it take to live in a world where millions don't mean as much as the right connections, and those connections come with a price? Ever wonder if she's actually as perfect as she looks? Or is there a dark side to the Trump heiress we haven't even scratched the surface of? Well, buckle up, because what we're about to reveal is way more scandalous than any Instagram post could ever show. Think you know Ivanka, think again. This is the untold, unfiltered story. And trust me, it's gonna be way more dramatic than any glossy magazine feature you've seen. So pour yourself a glass of champagne or a coffee. We won't judge. And get ready because things are about to get wild. Spoiled, not quite sure. Ivanka was born into one of the wealthiest families in America, but don't think for a second that she was handed everything on a silver platter. Her father, Donald Trump, wasn't about to let his daughter coast by on her last name alone. If anything, he made sure Ivanka earned every penny her allowance. And that was just the beginning. While other teenagers were busy living for a weekend, Ivanka was out there negotiating multi-million-dollar real estate deals. At just 15 years old, yeah, you heard that right, 15. No glamorizing her reality. She was hustling before most kids even learned how to budget their allowance. And speaking of glamour, Ivanka didn't just stay behind the scenes. At 16, she strutted down the runway for Versace, becoming a model in one of the fashion world's most high-profile shows. But here's the kicker, she quit modeling shortly after. Why? Because she was tired of being reduced to just a pretty face. If you thought Ivanka's path to success was handed to her, think again. Ivanka made sure she wasn't just another daddy's girl. She set her sights on Wharton Business School at the University of Pennsylvania, and she crushed it. Wharton, one of the most prestigious business schools in the world, was no easy feat. But Ivanka wasn't just there to sit pretty in the corner. She worked hard to prove that her brains were just as sharp as her looks, and that she was capable of carving out her own legacy. Now here's where it gets real. After graduation, Ivanka didn't head straight into the Trump organization, like most people probably expected. Instead, she took a job at a rival real estate firm. Talk about a power move, it was her way of saying, take that nepotism claims. She was determined to build her own reputation, without the Trump name hovering over her every step. But even with all her ambition and drive, being a Trump came with its own set of struggles. Every mistake she made, no matter how small, was amplified in the media. The pressure was unreal. It wasn't just about proving herself. It was about constantly battling perception that her success was nothing more than a byproduct of her famous father. Ivanka Trump wasn't just content with being the heiress to one of the most recognizable names in America. She wanted to build a legacy of her own. Enter the Ivanka Trump collection, her foray into the world of fashion. What started as a bold step into the competitive world of luxury, it quickly became a multi-million-dollar empire. In just a few years, her brand raked in over $100 million in sales. Not too shabby for someone still being labeled as just the boss's daughter. Ivanka's design became a staple for the modern woman, sleek, sophisticated, and above all wearable. Her signature heels were a must-have for powerful women everywhere, and they didn't go unnoticed. Celebrities like Oprah Blake Lively and even Michelle Obama were seen sporting Ivanka shoes, instantly putting her brand in the spotlight. A win for Ivanka and a moment that solidified her as more than just a socialite in the eyes of the fashion world. But as with any rise to power, there were some bumps in the road. The Ivanka Trump collection, despite its success, faced serious backlash when a report accused a brand of exploiting factory workers overseas. Cue the PR nightmare. This was more than just a blip in the headlines. It was a serious dent in her otherwise polished public image. The accusation sparked a wave of controversy, and suddenly Ivanka was fighting to maintain the image of the ethical businesswoman she had worked so hard to create. Then came the shocking moment that no one saw coming. Ivanka Trump shut down her brand. The question on everyone's lips was why? Was it due to the escalating political storm she found herself in, or was it simply the endless drama surrounding her business? Rumor has it the real reason behind the brand's demise was a much more personal issue, an alleged conflict with an employee that escalated to an absurd level. Ready for this, the story goes that Ivanka actually fired an employee for wearing Louis Vuitton shoes to a meeting about, wait for it, shoes. Yes, you heard that correctly. The irony of being ousted for wearing a competitor's brand wasn't lost on anyone, and the story quickly went viral. Could that have been the final straw for Ivanka's fashion empire? Was it a move to distance herself from the growing tension surrounding her brand? Or was there just too much drama behind the scenes to keep things running? And then there's a lingering mystery of what happened to all of the inventory. What does one do with thousands of unsold shoes, handbag, and clothing from a high-end brand? Well, it turns out collectors are willing to pay thousands for a piece of Ivanka Trump's fashion legacy. Her old designs have become valuable collector's items, fetching prices that make you wonder if the brand's closure was a strategic move or simply the result of too much controversy. Either way, the closure of the Ivanka Trump collection marked the end of an era in luxury fashion and left a void that still gets filled with whispers and speculation to this day. For Ivanka Trump, real estate isn't just about owning property. It's about claiming a piece of the world. That speaks to her status. First, there's a $25 million penthouse in New York City, a towering monument of luxury with panoramic views of the skyline, and a closet that could swallow up your entire apartment. Forget walk-in wardrobes. This closet is a stuff of dreams, bigger than most New Yorkers' apartments, fully stocked with the finest designer labels. Who needs a house when you got a closet that can double as a penthouse? But of course, one Manhattan penthouse isn't enough. For someone of Ivanka's caliber, enter her $5 million mansion in Washington, D.C., a statement house, and as Ivanka herself probably sees it. Because one home is so middle class, the property, a blend of classical architecture and modern opulence, offers more than just luxury. It's a power play, a place where meetings and high-profile events happen behind closed doors. Then there's the secret Hamptons estate. Yes, secret, because no one who truly belongs to the 0.1% would advertise a retreat like this. Here you'll find a heated marble doghouse. Yes, for a dog, because clearly even her pets need to live like royalty. The Hamptons home. It's a getaway for Ivanka and her family to escape the prying eyes of the world. Although we all know, a place like this only fuels a legend of luxury living. Luxury isn't just about real estate. It's about the way you get from one place to another. And Ivanka's fleet of luxury cars certainly doesn't disappoint. A Bentley check, a Tesla, of course. And let's not forget the custom Mercedes Sprinter van. Because why just drive to a meeting when you can do it in complete style and comfort? The van is equipped like a rolling pin house on wheels, where every detail is handcrafted and customized for the ultimate luxury experience. But cars are just the tip of the iceberg. When you're in Ivanka's world, why fly commercial when you can take your own private jet? The Trump family jet is equipped with a king-size bed, so Ivanka can nap at 40,000 feet, sipping champagne, and waking up refreshed to land in the next city. Flying first class is for peasants. Why not live like royalty even at 35,000 feet? Then, there's the purchase that proves she's in a league, all her own. A $250,000 diamond-encrusted watch for her dog. That's right, she bought her pup. A timepiece that cost more than most people's cars. If this sounds excessive, it's because it is. But when you're living in the world of the ultra-rich, no expense is too ridiculous. If it adds to the sparkle of your already glittering life. Ivanka Trump's day doesn't start like the average person's. She doesn't need an alarm, but her day is designed for maximum success. And maximum luxury, it begins at 5 a.m. with a workout led by her celebrity trainer. Because even billionaires need to keep their bodies in top shape. Pilates, yoga, or maybe boxing, every session is tailored to not just keep her looking flawless, but to maintain the kind of energy that comes with running multiple empires breakfast. Well, she's not munching on a plain bagel. Nope, Ivanka's breakfast probably features something extravagant, like gold leaf avocado toast. Yes, you read that right. Gold leaf, because when you're living in the 0.1%, why settle for anything less than edible luxury? And let's talk about her errand outfits. When Ivanka steps out to run errands, which probably involve a chauffeur and bodyguard, her outfit costs more than most people's rent for a year. Whether she's in bespoke suit or a $5,000 dress, her casual look is the definition of opulence. For Ivanka, luxury isn't just reserved for special occasions. It's a way of life, and it's worn from head to toe every single day. Behind every picture-perfect image of Ivanka Trump lies a web of feuds and frenemies. One of the most publicized relationships, or rather lack of one, was with Vogue editor Anna Wintour. Despite her high-profile status and impeccable connections, Ivanka was banned from attending the Met Gala, fashion's biggest night, where most A-listers practically beg for an invite. So what gives well? Let's just say Anna Wintour doesn't exactly consider Ivanka a fashion muse. The friction between them was palpable, with rumors swirling that Anna didn't want to mix high fashion with politics, especially not the Trump brand. You think you can buy your way into Met? Think again, the queen of fashion has standards. And speaking of family feuds, let's talk about Tiffany Trump, Ivanka's half-sister, who has been known to throw some subtle digs in Ivanka's direction. Tiffany, who's often seen as an outsider in the Trump clan, doesn't hesitate to share her opinions on Trump's carefully crafted image, the sister drama between them. Whether it's passive, aggressive comments on social media, or behind-the-scenes tension, these sisters definitely don't have the fairy tale sibling bond the public might think. And it's not just about family feuds. There's also the celebrity snub factor. Ever heard of Beyoncé refusing to be seen with Ivanka at one high-profile event? The Queen Bee made it clear she wasn't about to let Ivanka steal her spotlight. Talk about a cold shoulder. Ivanka may have a designer wardrobe and the bank account to match, but in Hollywood, it's clear not everyone wants to be in her orbit. If you thought Ivanka's life was all glamour and power moves, you're forgetting one thing. She's been at the center of some scandals so wild they went viral. Let's start with the infamous incident when she wore a $5,000 dress to a homeless charity event. Talk about tone-deaf. People were outraged at Ivanka, who has everything money can buy, was trudged around an outrageously expensive designer outfit at a fundraiser meant to help those in need. It wasn't just bad optics. It was a PR disaster, and the media had a field day. Ivanka's response crickets. She didn't exactly rush to address the backlash, and the scandal stuck with her for a long time. Then there's a Tiffany box obsession. Yes, you read that right. Tiffany Box's Ivanka was once rumored to be so obsessed with the brand that she had her garbage cans painted robin's egg blue to match the iconic Tiffany box color. Call it eccentric, call it ridiculous. But one thing for sure, she loves that signature shade. The world was left wondering if it was a brilliant marketing move or just another attempt to surround herself with luxury at every level of her life. Either way, it was enough to spark endless conversation and memes across social media. And the paparazzi, well, they have their own Ivanka story. Ever wonder how she avoids the spotlight when things get too hot? One of Ivanka's favorite tricks was hiring a decoy car to escape photographers. It's a stunt straight out of a Hollywood thriller, but it's real life for Ivanka. The idea: throw the paparazzi off her scent and let the decoy take the heat. The lengths she went to avoid the constant scrutiny are almost as ridiculous as the drama surrounding her. And yet, with every scandal, her notoriety only seems to grow. Ivanka Trump and Jared Kushner talk about the ultimate DC power couple. Together, they're the definition of influence, with connections that stretch from Wall Street to the White House on paper. They're perfect, a real estate mogul's daughter and a political insider with billions in the family bank their wedding, a spectacle worthy of the cover of every magazine, and their life together one long, perfectly curated Instagram feed. But let's be real for a second. Do they actually like each other behind the polished photos and posed smiles? It's not always clear. There's speculation that the couple's relationship is as transactional as their business ventures. The rumors surrounding their prenup demands only add fuel to fire. Word on the street is that Ivanka's clause: no divorce unless Jared gets zero overshoes. Yes, you read that right. The idea that a $1 billion fortune could hinge on something as superficial as shoes is as bizarre as it is telling. Whether the reflection of their bond or just another way to protect Ivanka's fashion empire, the prenup drama has definitely kept people guessing. But whatever the truth, the couple continues to present a united front in the political and social spotlight, even as whispers of their private lives swirl. When it comes to raising their children, Ivanka and Jared spare no expense. After all, normal is for the commoners, right? Their kids attend a $50,000 a year private school, the kind of exclusive institution that accepts only the elite and promises to shape the future leaders of the world. Yet Ivanka regularly posts about how they're giving their children a normal childhood. Sure, their idea of normal probably includes private jets, vacations to exclusive resorts, and an entourage of nannies and security personnel. But that's not all. The Kushner Trump kids have their own personal tutor, a private chef to cater to their every whim, and, just in case they need a little fresh air and exercise, a pony. No big deal, right? Just a standard family lifestyle for the world's richest. And well, Ivanka may try to portray her life as down to earth. The reality is clear: her children are being raised in a world so far removed from the average family's experience, it's almost impossible to even relate. But hey, at least they're normal, according to Ivanka. So, could you handle the non-stop glam, scrutiny, and scandals of Ivanka Trump's world? She's a self-made mogul to some, a Nebo baby to others, but one thing's for certain: her life is anything but boring. From her $25 million penthouse to the endless paparazzi chasing her every move, Ivanka lives in a world where the stakes are always high. The drama never stops, and the pressure, well, it's intense. Love her or hate her, you can't look away. Whether it's the insane splurges, the family feuds, or the viral scandals, Ivanka's life has kept us all hooked. But here's the real question: would you trade places with her? Could you handle the relentless spotlight, the impossible standards, and the endless whispers? Drop a comment below, and maybe check your closet for hidden Tiffany boxes. Who knows what secrets you might find? And remember, behind every billion-dollar empire, there's a ton of drama. Stay tuned for part 2 because the story far from over. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Ivanka Trump's world, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more. And don't forget to hit the bell icon so you won't miss any of our future videos exploring the lives of other powerful personalities. Stay tuned for more amazing content.